Welcome, traveler, to Snarg's House of Sin.
Can feel the spark, coruscating power in the dead of night. I will be divine.
Welcome back, everybody, to Snarg's House of Sin. Normally, I jump right into our guest introduction, but real quick, I want to do a shout-out to friends of the podcast, the Sugar Scrubs podcast, Bones and Eli. They were our guests technically 2 episodes ago, if you count the April Fool's joke episode. They have their own podcast, and they just released episode 5. Well, not just, it was like a week ago or so. Go listen to that. It's very powerful. Bones tells her story, and it's super emotional, and I really think they cover some cool topics, and they take things way more seriously than we do, so you should go give them a listen. On that note, on our super secret podcast, or super serious podcast...
Super serious.
Secretly serious.
It's secretly serious.
Yeah.
We are joined with the Joyzy outlaw himself, Mookdubs.
Hey, forget about it. Even though that's not Jersey. That's Brooklyn, I think.
Either way.
It's somewhere in New York.
It's
all the same. A gabagool.
Hey, gabagool. I've been binge watching Sopranos just in preparations for this episode.
So we just opened up our pool. And we have like a family of ducks, and I sent a picture to like my buddy of just Tony Soprano's like, I've gone full soprano. I'm gonna feed these ducks, make sure that nobody hurts them.
I love that, dude. It's such a good show. I forgot how good it was.
I have
never seen it.
I was just gonna say controversial. I've not seen it all the way through because I started it like after it was been off the air for years, and I kind of had this feeling. It's like I feel like I missed the boat on this, and it's a little dated now, and it doesn't like hold up as well as like Scorsese mafia movies and stuff like that. If that makes any sense, it's very 2000s.
Seasons 1 and 2 don't hold up super well, but when you get later into the show, the quality really picked up, and the plot gets really good. But
and like I felt like the bar had been set real high with like Boardwalk Empire, especially being like
that's fair.
Jersey kid. It was like Boardwalk Empire is like this is like elite television.
That's the more quintessential Joyzy. Yeah, for sure.
My man Nookie Thompson. Speaking
of Jersey, also been waiting for ever since I got you to do this episode. Fuck the Jersey Devils.
Whoa! Oh,
let's go Flyers.
Hold on, even worse. All right,
Oh, you got the hat right there.
Yeah, here's the thing. I respect the Rangers. I was gonna say I respect the Cowboys, and that was gonna be a lie. I have zero respect for any Philadelphia except the Phillies. I think they are like such like a just like a team that's there. Like no one really hates or loves the Phillies except Philly fans.
Listen, I have a bone to pick with the Phillies. That is the worst. Okay. That is the worst name of a team in sports history. The Philadelphia Phillies.
The Philadelphia Phillies. The Philly Phillies.
That's like the Jersey Jerseys. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
the New Yorkers.
Isn't there 2 Phillies teams? Isn't there a baseball and a football?
Yeah, they have a full squad.
Called
Football is not called the Phillies. They're called the Eagles.
Yeah, they got the Eagles, the Flyers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right.
The Flyers and the 76ers are the basketball team.
I think so, yeah.
I watch like no basketball.
By the way, I was completely joking. I don't fuck with the Flyers. I'm a Cavs fan.
Think that's, listen, here's the thing. One of my best friends, like met him in college, friends with him through college. He was in my wedding party. Is a diehard Flyers fan. He's from South Jersey, where they are like all like Philly teams. And there's a picture of us from college. Like I'm in a Devils jersey, he's in his Flyer jersey. We're both pissed drunk, just flipping each other off. Great night.
Love that. Yeah, my mom was was a huge Flyers fan, so fuck the Flyers. But
my mom loves them, so obviously they're terrible.
But while we're on the topic of Jersey,
let's we were going to be on the topic of terrible mothers.
I thought we were going to have a therapy moment.
I mean, we could.
I was like, I'm not qualified to unpackage that.
Is this the episode where we finally trauma dump about our parents?
No, I think that's the Meet Your Hosts episode.
I was going to say, I think, Mook, you actually like your parents, right?
I was going to say, I have nothing bad to say about my parents. This is going to be a very uncomfortable conversation where it's like, I love my mom and dad. I just got done talking to my dad.
They're great.
They're super great.
I'm gonna see him. He's such a good little boy.
See him for Friday for dinner.
You could just do like Better Call Saul did and just disassociate for 20 minutes while we argue.
It would maybe be that for a little bit. And I'd just be like, I just send a text to my parents like, I love you guys. I don't know what's happening. I'm really sorry for anything I've done.
I love you guys, these two weirdos on the internet.
Let me know what I need to bring for dinner Friday.
But while we're on the topic of New Jersey and their infinite shittiness, for the record, anyone listening, I am a former recovered, rehabbed Jersey boy myself.
I am a full-fledged ride or die Jersey kid.
So
until I move out of this state, which I don't know if I will.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would ever happen.
You're a Jersey boy for life. We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast. I wanted to look up the New Jersey food staples because food comes up a lot on this podcast.
That's
and
good.
I wanted
Food's
to
yummy.
playfully make fun of New York pizza's better. But then when I actually looked up the top 5 New Jersey foods, these are atrocious, and the whole state should be embarrassed. So let's go down the list. These are the 5 quintessential Jersey foods, and I'll start with the least offensive, which is rippers. Which, for those that don't know, a ripper is just a sausage with.
I actually don't know what a ripper is, so
It's just a sausage with relish.
Oh, is it a sausage, not a hot dog?
So it's supposed to be a twist on a hot dog. It's a hot dog bun with a sausage and some relish.
So it's a sausage.
Oh,
Right.
I got.
Why does it have its own name?
Okay, because when I googled it, I got Rutt's Hut, which is up in North Jersey, which is a place I do want to check out. I don't know if it's necessarily a sausage or if it's just a different type of whatever they put in the casings.
So when I looked up,
if it's just a good hot dog, then yeah, we got Windmills in my area, which is the hot dog spot.
when I looked up the definition of a ripper, because even as a former Jersey guy, I was like, "What the fuck is a ripper?"
I don't know what. I've never heard of a ripper.
It was. It's a history of getting creative with its hot dogs, and the ripper is one of the state's most incredible concoctions. Sausage replaces the hot dog and gets topped with relish and onions for a tasty Garden State treat.
Okay, but
I'll eat it.
actually, apparently, I have a different definition in my Google search.
Sure.
They're deep fried in oil, which has the casing burst or rip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you throw in the deep fry aspect, I'm okay
Now you're
with
back
it
in.
getting its. Yeah, I'm back in because before, and this is why I said it was the least offensive. Is I was like, there's nothing offensive about this item other than the fact that they made up a name for a sausage.
Yeah.
It's just it's just a sausage. But frying it, okay, all right, I'm in. I'll let that one slide.
So I have nothing to say about a ripper because that's new to me. But what it sounds like is awesome. But I mean, there's definitely like hot dog stands and hot dog spots in New Jersey.
Yeah. I mean, they're inoffensive.
It's hot dogs. Who doesn't like a hot dog? Who doesn't like mystery meat and casing?
A good street dog and some brown waters is
a
great way to clean out your system.
There's a hot dog spot around us that was you get your hot dog fried, you can get it grilled, you can get this, and they had New York style where it's just boiled in dirty water.
Hell yeah!
And it's just give that, give me that. He's like, what the hell's wrong with you? It's like, no, you don't know.
I do. I'm from Pennsylvania, so
so you know.
I'm adjacent to y'all. I'm just a little more cultured. Isn't the correct word?
I was gonna say, don't
sophisticated.
consider culture.
It's not. No, I saw a video once where a dude asked for a cup of the hot dog water and drank it, and I was like, "That's."
All right, listen, I'm not going that far.
No,
I'm not going that far. But there's a magical thing that happens. There's a magical chemistry that happens when you just leave a hot dog in it for 12 hours of a day.
Oh yeah.
And you're late at night, and you get hey man, just give me a hot dog for $1, and you just get the last one.
It's marinating. It's marinating. It tastes better. Yeah.
All right, so going down the list of shitty things to be a staple for your state, hoagies. Just hoagies.
That's so nondescript.
Exactly.
You got Jersey, isn't it? Jersey Mike's
subs? That's a franchise.
Yeah, that's a chain.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're outside of the state too.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're thinking of foods, right? When you're like, okay, I want the best slice of pizza in America.
Yeah.
Then you start to argue: is it New York? Is it Chicago? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Great. I want the best cheesesteak in the world, or the country, Philadelphia. I want the best this, that, and the other. I don't think anyone's ever been like, I want the best hoagie on the East Coast.
I mean, so here's when it's hoagies, because hoagie's just a term people use for like subs, so that could be anything. Because to me, there's a difference between like a sub, a hoagie, a grinder. I think that's a term some people use.
I think they're all the same thing.
That's an app.
If we're trying to get you back in again, it could be a fat sandwich. Because a fat sandwich is something that got started in New Jersey, where it's everything on a sandwich. So
I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like it's usually chicken cutlets, French fries, mozzarella sticks. Sometimes there's like egg, pork roll. It's just everything greasy on a sandwich, and it got started.
That sounds impossible to eat. That sounds frustratingly hard to eat.
It is now in your 30s, but when you're in high school and you're driving around with your friends and you're get a little toasty. Oh yeah, you go to Nellie's, you get a fat sandwich, and then your tummy's still hurt, but now I wouldn't touch it.
Your tummy.
So that got started in your tummy hurts, but you're getting by. They got started in New Jersey, I think, at like a college football game, and it's just everything greasy, fatty on one sandwich.
I'm a big hater of gimmicky food. I hate when food is like designed to look great in an Instagram post, but impossible to eat. Like when you see those milkshakes.
Oh, but the milkshakes. Oh,
yes, I hate those. I was literally about to say those. I hate those because you can't. That's not. But it's not a thing. It's designed to look cool.
Yeah,
but if you actually
it's not sustainable for you to eat it, or for like a place to make it on the regular.
No, we have a place here where I live that does those giant milkshakes. And, like, you get a milkshake, and it comes with, like, a giant fucking cupcake on top of it.
Cool.
And then, like, a straw and whatever. But you get it, you take your Instagram pictures, and then you get, like, a little plate. And then you take the thing off and you put it on the plate.
So all you've done is make a shit ton of mess to just eat everything separately.
But it
just
looks
give
cool.
me the things separately. Just give me food like an adult.
Presentation. It looks nice.
It looks. I will say, I'm making the fat sandwiches sound like they are a lot, but I think they're college kid manageable.
Maybe
and they are also created pre like social media. So that's another win for New Jersey. That's another win for New Jersey. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I'm not calling any of these.
It's another win for New Jersey, best state.
All right. Well, the list really falls apart from here on out. And you might defend these to the death. I will say that these are hot garbage shit. Pork rolls.
Pork roll. I will defend that. I will defend that to the death. First of all, I appreciate using the term pork roll, not Taylor ham.
Yeah. That's a fucking pork roll.
People who say Taylor ham are wrong. And they just keep they're tourists or they're wrong, and they just are defiant because they don't want to listen to the fact that it says like pork roll on it.
What part of? Well, I don't want to dox you, but the part of Jersey that I spent a lot of my. You ever use the term shooby?
No. Benny's.
Oh, okay, but are you familiar with it?
Yes, I mean I'm more familiar with shoobies because of Rocket Power.
Oh, fair enough. I guess they did. Yeah,
but we were, but no. So I mean,
I've seen that show.
You're not doxing me. I'm like Central Jersey shore-ish area. I will leave it at that. But like, we had Benny's, which was it's Bayonne, Elizabeth, New York, Newark. Maybe NY is just New York. It's just everybody comes from like New York, North Jersey area down to like where I live, and then I can't go to like shows anymore because I can't get parking.
All right, cool. So we accept that pork rolls are hot dog shit. New Jersey should be ashamed to exist.
Nope.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Pork leg and cheese on a Kaiser roll. Give it to me.
Don't.
No, I don't hear rebuttal. I hear you. I hear you acknowledging it in my mind.
Jersey bagels are okay.
Jersey bagels are great. They're
okay.
They're not the best.
New York bagels are untouchable.
I've had bad New York bagels.
I mean, but you can have a bad New York pizza in New York.
You know what? I will defend New York pizza till I die.
No, New York pizza is the best pizza. But to say that 100% of it is good,
I mean,
no, there's shitty.
What are you going to Sbarro's? You going to Sbarro's? Pizza Hut? Where are you going?
I mean, you go somewhere where the people moved there, like a non-New Yorker open up a pizza shop.
I'll still eat it over
Why would you
pizza
do that?
from any other place.
Because you don't know any better. If you're just some random person in New York and you're just like, oh look, pizza, and you go in there and you don't know any better, it's the same with you should know better. Philly cheesesteaks in Philly, you can't just go anywhere and get an authentic Philly cheesesteak.
I mean,
there's like 10 spots.
But like, if you're going to Philly to get a cheesesteak specifically, look that up.
Is
You'd
it
be
like
surprised.
Pat's or Geno's or something like that?
Geno's is my favorite. Pat's is good.
And you're supposed to order it a certain way. Whiz-wit?
Well, you just don't fucking
Say
make
Philly
too many
cheesesteak.
alterations.
Oh, okay. I thought,
Yeah.
like, my buddy made it sound like if you just order, like, a cheesesteak, they'll call you, like, an idiot, or they'll know you're not from the area.
Oh, I don't know. The way I always ordered it, I mean, granted, I technically wasn't from Philly. I was from Camden. We would cross over to Philly.
Yeah.
I would just say, give me one cheese, and then they would... You get the steak, you get the cheese whiz, you get the onions,
Yep.
and if you ask them to change shit, they will act like you just took a shit in the middle of the floor. Like, oh,
You might as well have.
Can I get light onions? Fucking no. Get back in the line. Like, all right. Going down the list though, and this is a candy I never understood growing up.
Oh no, they're so good.
Saltwater taffy.
They're so fucking. I
They're
love
not.
saltwater taffies.
I do not. I won't defend
love
that.
Saltwater. They are so. What did you like about them? They're
You know,
chewy. They've
I
got
will
different
say-
flavors.
I will say, every time I bite into a Starburst, the first thing I think is, why isn't this salty?
Also,
Like-
why is it?
I do really
I wish
like
it was
salt,
a
though.
little harder for me to chew.
Yeah, and I really love how it permanently embeds itself in between your teeth for 20
Yeah.
plus years.
I do because then you can save it for later.
No, saltwater
I
taffy is garbage.
I love saltwater. I love saltwater taffies so fucking much.
I'm not a fan. I will also. I'm realizing as you're talking, I'm just like jerking my head around, and I know there's a
Yeah, you're
video
fine.
aspect to this podcast. Again, I'll let everybody know we got a new friend in the household, new furry friend, and he's exploring for the first time, and he made his way in here, and I just hear him fucking around. And,
Yeah, just don't let him eat any cords because they do
but
that
no, but
sometimes.
there's just like this. My office is a mess. There's just magic cards and shit everywhere.
The last thing on the list, and
I didn't know saltwater taffy was just New Jersey.
I did not
Well,
know that
it's-
it was
it's
like
a
a
New Jersey
Jersey
staple.
thing. Like, so
I
I
didn't
can
know that,
see it.
yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at like they're during
like-
like the boardwalk peak boardwalk
Yeah.
time, sure. But like now, no, I've never seen anybody walking down like Asbury Park getting saltwater taffy.
I know people that travel to New Jersey to get saltwater taffy.
Really?
That's weird.
And
That's
bring
weird.
back boxes of it to give as gifts.
And
And
by
they
then it's
gave
already
me
a
one
brick.
once, and I punted it in front of them and
Okay,
said,
well,
"Don't
if
you
you-
ever
if
do
Did you
this
break
again."
your
ever get-
toes kicking it?
What's that?
Any
Did you
more
break your
gifts?
toes kicking it? Because it's always rock hard.
Yeah, sprained an ankle.
If you get any more saltwater taffy gifts, just bring them
Oh,
to me.
friend.
I will eat them.
Oh, we hear the new cat.
Rocco, you gonna make your way on the podcast?
Meow. Absolutely.
He might. Like I said, we got him like yesterday, and this is
I
his
think I
first
saw
day
your.
exploring.
Did you make a Twitter post about it? I think I saw
Yeah,
it.
of course. Yeah, little Rocco.
Yeah, he's fucking cute. I saw his little cat face.
His little ear.
It's funny. So I used to have two cats, and when I got married, my wife is like deathly allergic to cats, and so you know how they tell kids when animals pass away, they say, oh, the cat went to go live on a farm.
Yeah.
The funny thing
You didn't
is,
tell
I
me that.
actually took my cats to go live on a farm.
Oh, nice.
Because I found like a local lady where I live where she basically has like a sanctuary for abandoned animals. She's got like
Oh,
goats,
nice.
cows, dogs,
Yeah.
everything. And I reached out in a panic and was like, "Listen, like I've tried to find a home, I can't. Can you take them?" So the cats ended up on a farm. And so like to this day when I tell people like they're like, "Oh, what happened to, what
went
happened
to
to
live on a
Persia and
farm.
Napkin?" I'm like, "Oh, they went to go live on a farm." They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No. They're like literally on a
they
farm.
love it there.
Yeah.
But they did. They did for real.
They hang out with the
Yeah.
goat, and then they pat me on the back. They're like, "I'm sure they did, buddy." I'm like, "Damn it." But yeah, okay. Going down the list,
We're getting through this list.
and this is the biggest offender to me. This is an abomination to pizza, and I didn't realize till looking this up this was a Jersey thing.
You just said
I've
pizza
always
in my
wondered
head
where.
whipped around.
Fucking tomato pie.
So I need to look up because I need to specify what that is because I don't know.
Yeah.
NJ
Just look up a picture.
tomato pie.
This looks good. This
Oh.
looks good.
No, it's an abomination to pizza.
Why?
Yeah, what?
That's-
Can you share images? Like, what? Is it just? Here,
Just
I'm gonna
Google
put this up.
Google
Is it
tomato
this?
pie.
Where it's like chunks of
Probably.
tomato.
Probably.
Because if that's what it is, I mean, I don't know anybody who gets that.
So if you look up
This.
tomato
Tomato pie.
Oh, I'm looking up. This ain't.
Yeah.
To me, this isn't even pizza. This isn't pizza. This is just pie.
Well-
It's a pie with
Well,
tomatoes.
this is
What did
pie,
you
not
What
a
did you
pie.
Google? Scroll back up.
Tomato
Google.
pie. Tomato pie.
That is not what my Google search shows.
No, that's because I'm using Bing.
Oh, because
The superior search engine.
Who the fuck uses Bing? Do you know what
Well,
Bing's top search is?
Tomato
Google.
pie.
Well, I also use Microsoft Edge, so
It's basically tomato pie is you put down the dough, then you put like a light sprinkle of cheese, and then you scoop the sauce on. It's almost like Chicago deep dish, but just not deep. So it's like Chicago shallow dish.
I've never heard of this.
It's fucking stupid.
I've never heard it. Never seen it.
I don't know what this pie that is finding
This
is.
is just pie.
This
Not
is
a
just,
pizza pie.
This is like a
it's
quiche.
just a pie with, yeah. I mean,
Is
I'm
get the
not
fuck off
seeing-
Bing and go to Google like an actual sane person.
That looks good.
Well,
that looks
I-
like a nice breakfast.
I've got
breakfast
something
meal.
that looks edible, unlike whatever the hell it is that you're trying to eat.
That is not at all what we're talking about. Get off Bing.
Nope, I'm gonna say that that's what you were talking about, and I'm gonna say
Yep.
that looks fine. If it's from New
Looks
Jersey,
great.
it looks fine.
Yeah, you want it to be that because you want New Jersey to have another dub.
Listen, we're 4-0 right now.
You're
On
not.
your list.
You're not 4-0.
We were
What the
3-0.
fuck?
We were 3-0. I didn't count Saltwater Taffy's an L.
I'm not giving you hoagies. I'm not giving you hoagies.
Well, I
Because-
think I got you on that one.
Because that can't be a staple of your state. It's a fucking
not?
sandwich. It's a fucking deli sandwich. That is
Okay,
Listen,
well, it's a
we got
fucking
some-
pizza. It's a
Listen, we
pizza
got good
from
delis.
New York.
I'd argue our delis are better, are as good, if not better, than a lot of New York delis.
See,
That's fighting words.
you had me at as good, but or better. I'm
On
drawing the line.
Depends on your area. It depends on if you got a good like kosher Jewish deli.
You gotta go to a Jersey bodega.
You gotta go. Listen.
Order,
you gotta
order
go to
a sausage, egg, and cheese.
That's different. A bodega is not a like a butcher or a deli. If you go to like Richard's Deli and you're getting a pastrami sandwich, that's different than going to like, hey, Ak, let me get the whatever the Ak way, and then it's just
Yeah.
fuck. Then it's fat sandwich, which is also a Jersey
I
thing.
fucking love the meme of people going to bodegas and ordering J-Lo's.
The orange drink,
Yeah,
whatever
can
it
I
is.
get the orange drink? And they're like, get the fuck out of my
They're
store.
like, what's an orange drink? Yeah, you want?
Fuck New Jersey. No, you didn't.
Hey.
You didn't win anything there.
4-0. 4-1.
You're not. You're not.
4-1.
Saltwater
In my mind,
taffy. Saltwater taffy was an L.
L is an L.
Great. It's great. It's great.
What? I don't even remember
shit.
what the other foods were. Oh, did you just give the
Camera, I
thumbs
did a
up and
thumbs up.
freeze your screen?
I did. Shit, hang on.
All right,
We can't access your video. Okay, thanks.
All right, you
You're
back
back.
in.
I'm back.
Are you serious, dude? My cat's
Alright.
just like laying
So,
belly up on the floor.
moving on from New Jersey shithole staples.
Oh, you want to talk? Oh, we're going to talk about the Asbury Lanes. That's a shithole staple.
Is just disassociating.
Well, that's because my list off of Bing is different than your Googled list.
Get off of Bing. Stop using Bing, you psychopath. You know what I want you to do? You know what I want you to do? I
Ask
want
Jeeves.
you to use Bing, and I want you to Bing what is an oil change for avoiding or for passing a drug test. I want to see if Bing can answer that question, and we'll skip this silence.
Yeah.
This is-
okay.
This
I
is
have
our
one.
this is our Urban Dictionary term of the week. What do you got? What did Bing provide?
Share.
What did Bing provide?
Urine substitute.
right.
What do we?
One other way that you can use to pass a supervised drug test is a method called an oil change. This method will require a urine substitute, either synthetic urine or from a donor. You'll also need a catheter and a syringe. So basically, the way you do this,
someone else's pee.
Is this correct?
okay, so Bing actually got a dub. If
Oh,
you
look
if
at
you
that.
insert a catheter far enough up into yourself, you'll hit your bladder, and it will dump out your bladder. So you remove all of your pee, and then while it's still in there, you take someone else's pee in a syringe and you put it on the end and you inject it
sounds
in. So
unhygienic.
it's super not safe.
It sounds easier just to not do the drugs that you're being tested for.
No, come on now. No.
What do you
Anyway.
want me to do? Not drugs.
Talking about spicy topics, let's talk about spicy plays. Oh, you see that segue?
That's called
my
a
God.
segue.
Fucking master, fucking champion over here. Don't shake your head at me,
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. I'm just like, oh, this is next thing on our list.
Yeah.
Hey, you do a YouTube series.
Coming
That's
up
called
next.
Yeah. So I just want to empathize with you on spicy plays Admit to some controversy here live on the air. Mr. Mook,
You heard it here first, folks.
you never knew this, but I was a little salty at you for a while.
For what?
For never inviting me on Spicy Plays.
First of all, that's bullshit because I did.
You did not. You
That's
did not.
bullshit because I
It's
did.
not bullshit.
It's bullshit because I did, and you said I don't know. How can I do Joven? And I said I don't care. Just do it. You can fucking meme. I will scroll back in the DMs. I will find it. That's
You find
horseshit.
the DMs because you didn't. We had a joke conversation where we said it would be funny, and we ultimately
Then that's on
decided
you. That's
that
on
it-
you
Oh,
for
bullshit.
interpreting that as a joke.
Bullshit.
I was
Find-
serious.
Find it. Find the message.
I'll fucking
Find the
do it
message.
right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
Find the message. I was not
You can
invited on the show.
screenshot and send that to me. I'll,
You know,
I'll,
I was
go
gonna
ahead and put
listen.
that on top of the right on there.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say that I empathize and I get it and I regret being salty, but now I'm bringing it full back. Fuck you and your stupid pepper show.
I gotta scroll all the way back.
Yeah, you gotta
You
go
have
all
a
the way
search
back.
function. You can do a search function.
Can you?
Yeah, if you're on Messenger
TikTok?
or Discord. TikTok. I don't know.
For those that don't know, by the way, Spicy Plays is the YouTube series where several Magic the Gathering creators come on the show, not me, and ingest a very spicy pepper and then do a deck tech, and it's usually CEDH related.
No, not always. I've had.
So
I think
I've
towards
had
the
cas-
end you were starting to get
I
towards
had casual because I was
CEDH.
trying to not keep it CDH. I was like, I did. Did I do 2 casual decks? I did 2 casual decks. They're maybe a little higher powered, but I had. I mean, shout out TK Alice. She did a modern episode. I had Uber. Shout out Uber Dubstep. He did Legacy.
all people who will not listen to this podcast.
No, they don't know. Yeah, I mean, I definitely kind of crept more towards like high powered. Dinkles
Yeah.
did like an upgraded precon.
It was a great show. What I was trying to do...
Yeah, go back to empathizing with me.
What I was trying to do before you challenged me was empathize, because now that Iz and I are doing our own little thing here, it is... And listen, for our friends that are listening, we love you guys to death. I think nothing but the world of all of you. We record twice a month. That means we get 24 episodes in a whole fucking year, and I have hundreds of friends. Stop repeatedly asking me to be on. I have to narrow down hundreds of people, and Iz and I have to agree. We both have to know the people. We have to know of the people. We have to feel like it could be an organic conversation. Like, it's tough having 100 people beg you for 24 slots, and it's like, half of those slots were already determined before people started asking, and it's like, listen, I don't know how to
Nicely
juggle
tell
this
you no.
sometimes. Yeah, it's fucking. And again, if you're listening to this and you're one of those people, don't feel bad. And just because I haven't said yes yet doesn't mean I won't say yes later.
Exactly.
But and also it doesn't mean anything less of you as a person if I don't invite you on the show. There's 1,000 factors you're not thinking of.
A lot of, at least, like, when I was doing Spicy Play, I was like, all right, let me get with people who I know have said they will do it right out of the gate. Let me throw out some feelers to, like, some bigger names, bigger than me, that will maybe do this so that they can... YouTube can YouTube the algorithms. Let me do things that I want to do. Let me get people that I think are super underrated that should have a platform for whatever platform I can give them. And then you still have to just have it perform, which is the biggest issue and the biggest task. And if you're not going to spend to boost your posts like some people may or may not do, it's hard to gain traction naturally. And then, like, sometimes when I hear bigger names being like, oh, it's don't blame the algorithm, blame the content. It's like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, and you know it.
I love that both of those statements apply to the same person.
I'm not naming names on
say.
I'm not naming names on anybody. I have theories about certain people and certain content creators, not just in like our little niche community. I'm talking about like content.
A lot of
content.
different areas. Yeah.
All different areas. Like you see people that are like millions of views and subs on TikTok, and then you watch it. It's like, this is trash.
How?
Yeah.
You either had one video that just like, listen, I've gotten a ton of followers and views from like. Just think, like, when it was like the wild list of TikTok, and like you could just fart out videos and they would get pushed the fuck out on the For You page, and now not so much. But like you see like videos on like like on YouTube specifically where it's super hard to break through organically.
Yeah. That's actually a great segue into a topic that has kind of been coming up a lot lately in, you know, different Discord servers that I'm in, and I've seen it a little bit on Twitter and stuff, and it's like, you know, this community, I know I've been around a little bit longer than you, Mook, because I think you came up right after me, and Iz has been around longer than both of us combined, if you count, like, in-person being a character.
I have been doing Magic the Gathering altering content since 2011, so
Nice.
But
I'm old.
But if we're talking like TikTok, it is so crazy how, like, you know, I see channels now that are like struggling to hit 500 that like 3 years ago that person would have 15,000 followers.
Yeah.
Because back then in the Wild West days there was maybe 1 to 200 of us that were actually making content, and then, you know, 20,000 that were watching, but very few of us were actually making it, so you could do anything. I mean, that's one of like half the shit that I've become known for. There's proof in the pudding doesn't get the same effect it does today.
Oh, I was very much the same for me. Like, I will occasionally get a video that does like what they used to do when I was first kind of like continuously seeing good results on videos, and now it's like I'll put something up, it's like I hit 2,000 views on it and a couple hundred, maybe 100 likes. That's not good for me anymore. But that's like, or now it's at the point it's like, all right, fine, that's it. That got me enough that for this small niche, that looks fine.
Yeah.
But
because
like,
I remember
it's super ego. Like, I'll definitely be like, fuck, I really wanted that one to do better. Or I thought that one would do better. And then I just try to like, oh, it's the algorithm change. And then I'll open up the app and like one little thing is different. It's like, yep, that was it. They were changing something on the back end. It wasn't me.
Oh, dude, I get so frustrated when I think I have a banger on my hands. I'm like, this is it. This is my next $1,000 paycheck. This is the one, and it gets like 500 views and flounders, and I'm like, I hate this app. I hate this app so much.
I hate this app, like, because we were talking about like spicy play, and like I would love to do more long form content, but like it feels like taking that in like where I'm at as far as like follower count, views, and stuff like that. It's like such a risk to do that. Like the creators doing like high produced, maybe even long form content. It's either one or the other. It's either high production or long. They already have like super big, whether again in TikTok or Instagram or anything, whether it be like legitimate followers and a fan base. It's a lot easier to like do those kind of videos. Like, I put Spicy Play up on TikTok and they flopped super hard. Right? When they were saying, we want long form content. It's like, no, you don't.
Well, did you see I got a notification recently that I can
For a half
upload
hour?
30-minute
I
fucking
got that.
videos
Who the
on TikTok.
fuck is putting that
30-minute
on there?
videos.
Who's watching a 30-minute TikTok?
I look at my
I was
metrics.
gonna try to do one because I don't get payouts, right? So like, I don't qualify for any of that yet, so it doesn't really matter to me if my stuff flops.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I was gonna try to do some 30-minute videos on mine, and then put them onto YouTube also, but going back through my super old alters and critiquing them.
See, I thought about doing a 30-minute video, but I just don't know what the fuck I would do for 30 minutes.
You're just going to meme it for 30 minutes. It's just a half hour of you staring at your phone.
It's just me eating a can of SpaghettiOs for 30 fucking minutes. I eat it one noodle at a time with tweezers. Actually, I'm making this video.
Here's the video.
Oh my god.
It is going to be absolutely agonizing to make, but I think it'll be worth it.
There you go, TikTok. There's your 30-minute video.
Yeah, there you go. There's your
okay?
30 minutes that you want. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's doing that. So for me to, like, have, like, I mean, it doesn't look so nice right now because I'm using a micro USB to power my camera. But, like, to use all, like, my equipment that I use for work for TikTok, it sucks so much to, like, put that effort in and then it just be a fucking stinker. And then it's like, is it the app not wanting it? Am I just not good at, like, making this kind of content? I guess I'll just stick to fucking memes.
Yeah.
Doing synced audio and pissing people off about proxies, or
especially when those synced
like,
audio
hey,
memes
guys,
are bangers every time.
Have you ever weeded in Magic? Which always do well, and then like people think I'm like some big stoner bro, and it's like I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm so
Not anymore. Not
I
anymore.
can't weed in Magic. I try and I get
Oh no,
I
unless
don't
I'm
function.
like, if I'm like at home, maybe I can, but like like out in out there in public, if I'm at like, and I'll just no, absolutely not. I will space out hard, piss people off, and then panic.
I prefer to mainline some black tar heroin,
Yeah,
and then do a bump of coke, and then play Magic.
and then draft.
Yeah, draft
so
draft fucking Fallen Empires.
You joke about this, but like back when I was going to competitive events,
People were mainlining black tar heroin.
they weren't doing the black tar heroin part, but they were some people were definitely doing like coke in the back.
There's that. There's that story of the guy who won a GP like while on shrooms or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, there's
Godspeed, sir.
there was definitely a lot going on in Vegas, but that's neither here nor there. Those are crimes.
No, but that's allowed now. Crimes are part of Magic, so it's okay.
Crimes are a part of Magic. Stop
enough.
gaslighting me, wizards. Let me
Fair enough.
play with my opponent's stuff.
It's like
Let me interact.
we're gonna argue about set mechanics again.
No,
I can't because I didn't get to play any Thunder this year.
I'm also
this
not
release.
good enough of a person to really, or good enough of a player. Let me phrase. I'm not good enough of a player to really argue about set mechanics.
Hot dudes
I'm
with
a
thunder
bad
junk.
person. I can't talk about
I'll
Magic.
just like say like I like that card or I don't like that card. Like whenever people
Yeah.
like argue like it's like this set mechanics, I was like I don't know. Card seems pretty good. I'll probably play it.
It's cool. It's got a dog on it. I'll play it.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the hot dudes with thunder junk as a set?
I am beyond stoked about Thunder Junction, and I'm so mad that I haven't gotten a chance to do a photo shoot yet because I literally go to a horse farm twice a week. Like I have horses to do a photo shoot with, but I don't ride Western. I ride English, so I'm in all fancy with the purpur and stuff.
I love that you think our community would know the fucking difference.
Actually, okay, there is Faye Pate Studio. She would know the difference. She's not part of our
Fantastic.
community, but she plays Magic and does altars. So
Is
there's one person.
I cannot with you. No,
Listen, all you need is one person. All you need is one.
Yeah.
Like all you need is one person. Like I'll
I-
do.
I- go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I'll do a video for like that's like memeing off of something like I think is super specific, and as long as I get one person who's like, "Is this a insert whatever reference?" I'd be like, "That was worth it."
Yeah.
There we go. All
Sure
worth it.
was. Thanks for it. I did it.
And we're good. I don't care how it does now.
See, I really wanted to be excited for Hot Dudes with Thunder Junk, but like, listen, Doggo with his spicy takes on everything. I am so excited to never hear another content creator say yeehaw or
That's fair.
giddy up again. Like,
It's fair when the community memes all collectively does the same meme for a while. I get it. It kind of like now it's annoying. But here's the set's sick. It's such a good set. Like
I made y'all stickers.
it is.
but so like, and this is kind of like, I've been the community.
Poo-poo head.
The last couple sets, the level of cringe. I'm sorry. Again, everybody listening, I do genuinely love you people.
Listen, you think
but
it's
like,
bad?
Right.
Wait till Bloomborough and it gets to all the
I was
furry
just gonna
oh my
stuff.
say,
god, I
wait
can't wait to
until
see everyone's
everybody has
personas at
personas.
fucking.
Listen,
If you're talking about cringe, we're gonna be
listen,
fucking
if
otters.
the minute they do some kind of like secret of Nim stuff, I'm gonna shut up. Like I'll shut up and be
Yeah.
like, okay, there we go. Yeah, I got Don Bluth crossover.
But like even back to fucking murders at Markov's house. My big issue is that like, man, I just wish people would put like 5% more effort into their shit. Like
Yeah.
personally, Mook, I love when you get into like a theme because like your Markov's Manor fucking video was 10 out of 10,
Thank you.
super well
Thank you.
produced, super great. Like that's the kind of ambassador content that I'm like, okay, this program has some legs, right? Like,
Right.
if this is the kind of shit we're gonna get, and you also have the only non-cringy fucking arena ad on on
thanks.
TikTok.
Although
I haven't even gotten your ad yet.
it just listen, I finally got it like recently, and it was like, oh hey, cool. There's the video that I'm in.
It's actually really good.
Thank you. I did read the comments, and a lot of people are calling me Joe Rogan of Magic, which is like I don't know if that's good, I don't know if that's bad, but also I don't know why.
Yeah, that's.
It was
I'm
several
kind of with you.
comments where it's like I will never not see Joe Rogan. And it's like I'm not. I mean, I'm wearing a beanie, but like I'm not bald.
You're
I'm
not bald.
I'm not that big. Which also, if I'm on camera, I always like to show people. Yes, I have hair. I know I wear a beanie or some kind of hat in all my videos, but I
You
have
have like really good hair.
I have very curly.
Oh no, no, I see it. Yeah, definitely. It's the eyebrows and the where you shaved like you are now.
Look up his nipples. Look up Joe Rogan's
I thought you were gonna
nipples.
look up my nipples. I was like, please don't.
I'm like, I think
Look up Joe
nipples are
Rogan's
on
nipples.
The line.
Dude has like 5 inch
It's the
nipples.
eyebrows.
They come out like this far.
It's the eyebrows and the stubble because Joe Rogan has those thick, bushy.
My eyebrows are
Eyebrows.
thick. I do have
So
them
any
thick
white
Yeah.
dude with eyebrows and stubble looks like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but you have a beard.
That's true.
I'm also
you
fat.
do have a beard.
Yeah.
You
Joe
have a
Rogan
beard.
does
It's-
not.
Look up
Does
Joe
not.
Rogan's nipples.
All right, all right.
Anyone
Are they
listening, look
weird?
up Joe Rogan's nipples.
Stop the podcast.
That I
Yeah.
cannot share that. That's not. No, those are not nipples at all. Those are.
Wait,
those,
are you joking or are they just
No,
that
I
weird?
am not joking. Those. None of these people are Joe Rogan, and they don't have any clothes on.
Wait, so you binged Joe Rogan's nipples and just got a bunch of porn.
I will send you a photo on my
That's your
phone.
first mistake. Oh, yeah, they look a little. I'm looking at them. They're weird.
Yeah, he's got weird nipples.
I mean,
Joe Rogan's got weird nipples.
I don't know if it's from the hormones that he's taking and whatever.
It's probably the years of steroid use.
It's likely years of although from what I understand he's not very much a big steroid. He uses test. He's on testosterone, which is may or may not be a steroid.
God.
Depending on who you ask.
Linz,
But
get
he's got a
off
little
Bing.
bit. He's got a little bit of guy now going.
Okay, hold on. So
Did you bing it? I'm not binging it.
no,
Don't
she said
bing it.
so. She binged it and she took a screenshot and sent it to me.
Oh, you
And
can
no,
send
you're
that to
right.
me.
You can't show this. In fact, you may have to blur out my glasses with the reflection. It is like Mook. It is just endless amounts of super buff dudes,
Hell
fully
yeah.
naked,
Hell
huge
yeah,
penises, and in a couple occasions,
Hell yeah, brother.
enjoying each other's company.
They're just enjoying each other's company. It's just two bros hanging out.
Yeah, just two
It's
bros
just
hanging
two
out.
bros hanging out in a hot
Two
tub.
bros,
two
just two
bros-
bros hanging out playing Super Nintendo.
Two
What's
bros
up with
hanging
that?
out.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's what you got when you binged Joe Rogan's nipples. Get off of Bing,
So
you
maybe Bing
psychopath.
isn't the superior search engine.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe I should put my safe search back on.
I can't unsee that. Those are
Oh,
You
my
can't see him looking
gosh.
at it.
those are some very
Okay,
well built men.
There's Joe Rogan. If you turn the safe search to moderate instead of off,
You get
he
Joe
now
Rogan.
has. I get Joe Rogan's nipples. They look like nipples. I don't. What's wrong with them?
They're very pointy. They look very
He's
pointy.
got-
Oh,
huge
this
nipples.
one he's very pointy. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different ones. Okay.
And you might have a little gyno going.
No, they're
Alright.
very weird nipples. Like they look like they look like a. Speaking of new cats, they look like a mama cat that's breastfed way too much.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Those are some weird nipples. So yeah, anyone at home, Google. Do not Bing. Google
Don't Bing.
Joe Rogan's
And have
nipples.
your safe search on. Safe search
Or just-
on with that.
Don't
Or-
use Bing.
Or don't look up Joe Rogan's nipples.
No, don't listen
Or
to
do.
him.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't want to do. Okay, I'm not your mom.
Yeah, whatever. I'm
I'm-
not your parent. I'm not your dad. I don't know.
This podcast is going to single-handedly ruin everyone's search engines.
Well, my search engine's already fucked, so it doesn't really matter.
Mook, when we had Magic New Girl on,
Oh yeah, I saw. I think I saw.
yeah,
The
I
clip,
brought up the Alabama Hot
yeah,
Pocket.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, you did this to this poor woman. She seems like
I
such
begged
a sweet,
them not to look it up.
Southern girl, and you're corrupting her.
I begged them not to look it up. I was so embarrassed.
Eh,
But
thought you did your best.
I did hear in though you mentioned a secret of Mims. It's Nims?
Secret of Nim.
Nim.
Have you never seen this?
No, I've never even heard of it.
So Secret of
It's
Nim
the-
is a classic. It's Don. Do you know who Don Bluth is?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
it's
he's like a
right,
legend.
it is a Don Bluth. Am I going to be stupid on the internet and it's not a Don Bluth movie?
It is Don Bluth.
Okay, yeah, it's
1971
Oh,
children's novel.
okay. I know
Little
of this,
mouse
but
guy.
I've never actually seen it.
it's so good. It's horrifying for children.
Yeah, I recognize the owl with the.
But there was like
Fu
clips.
Manchu.
They showed whatever the mouse is from the Magic set, and most people were like, "Is this Secret of Nim? Are we going to get Secret of Nim?" Yeah, Secret of Nim fucking was also Dom DeLuise as the little crow is one of the funniest performances ever.
that would be a cool Universes Beyond, which segues us into another topic.
Look at that. But yeah, I'll say is,
again.
hey, listen, I do want to thank you though for the kind words on murders. That was when like
Oh, yeah.
that was when the effort paid off and it was like that feels nice. When
Honestly,
No, I really, really liked that. I really, really liked
thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
honestly,
Thank
Mook,
you.
when you put effort into your shit, it's like a 10 out of 10 banger. Like
Sorry, my
your
cat.
your video quality's 10 out of 10. Your jokes are 10 out of 10. The writing in your videos is 10 out of 10. Like
it's tough because like I feel like I want to collab with more people to be like, hey, I need help writing either like a lore skit because I don't know enough about the lore to be honest, and to be honest, I don't care enough. Listen, no offense to Magic the Gathering players that love lore, like
same.
TK Alice and Magic Arcanum, I think is the channel on YouTube, are the only two people like when they talk about lore, I'm actually enthralled with it. Like for the most part, I don't give a fuck about the game's like lore.
I
Sometimes,
like Kes Wiley's
like if you're
coverages.
into it, like present it to me in a way that like I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, cause I'll be honest, I didn't know the game had a lore. Like when I first got back to the game, like when I was a kid playing this game, no idea. I just saw cool cards. I was like, this game rules. And then I got back and was like, oh, there's a story. Oh, and then I realized
story.
like how far. Like it's like, well, this game's been out for 30 years. I don't think I'm gonna go back to 30 years of story. Give me the
Yeah,
spark.
I almost entirely avoid the lore myself.
Like, but if you love the lore, I'm super stoked for you. I mean that genuinely. I just don't care.
Yeah,
I don't want the lore to like. I don't know. There was when Thunder Junction came out. I saw videos like this set's still not good because it makes no sense. All the villains are on one thing and it's lazy writing. And it's like, I don't care. These cards look cool. I want to play with these cards. The game is fun. Relax. Unnamed
Thunder
content.
Junction-
Unnamed content creator.
See, I think
That I
that's
would-
why I
Thunder Junction
hated Markov's
definitely
house so bad because
felt like a-
the set sucked and the story sucked. There was
Mark,
nothing to get out of it.
Carla, I've noticed a lot of like Karlov Manor stuff like picking up maybe in like some other formats. For Commander, there's like the certain like hits like that everybody wanted. But I went to like Modern for the first time. I mean, to be fair, I was also playing a Merfolk deck, which was my first. Like, I don't have a Modern deck. I just borrowed one, and I got fucking whomped by an Atraxa Modern deck, and I saw like those Surveil lands in action. I was like, oh, that's why these are so expensive. These are really good.
Yeah, the Surveil lands are dope, but I've always been of the opinion, and I this is an opinion. Anyone listening, most people may not agree with this, but if the best thing about your set is the lands, it's not a very good set.
I don't know
in my
about
opinion.
listen, I'm not saying the best. Like, there's still some.
I think it is. Like me and Shuck and Not Stirred looked up like what cards are seeing play and what formats and stuff
From
And it's-
Karlov?
Yeah, from Karlov, and there's a handful. I think it's
Yeah.
like 8 or 12 cards, something like that, out of the whole set are actually seeing a decent amount of play. But for the most part, it's the Surveil lands is what
Yeah.
everyone is in love with. And yeah, to me, it's just like, you know, you're like the R&D of a set.
Mm-hmm.
There should be like at least 10 to 15% of the cards should be seeing play, or you designed a bad set. And if the only thing holding it up are some dope ass lands, those lands could have been in any set.
It's also hard. Like, since like, I'm not. This was a question circling back to like the ambassador thing. Like, someone asked me if like I had any input on like design of cards. It's like, no, that would be the worst idea ever if Wizards
God.
hit up a bunch of dum-dums on the internet and said, hey, help us design cards. I'd just be like, I don't know, make it big and make it green.
Do you guys know about the card that the community made together with Magic? It's a mono black card.
I haven't even heard about
I
it.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh! Okay, hang on. Let me look
Yeah,
it up
I've not
the
heard of
community
that.
did make a card.
Is this a new thing?
No, it was years ago.
Oh,
Oh well, if it was years ago, then I definitely don't know about it.
yeah.
So yeah, like I think there is it's again, I don't know how to design cards or how to design sets. Like, they put so much work into these things, so I think it's hard to balance. How do you make it? It's got to be fun draft, even though people think draft is dead, and but they still design for draft play. It's hard. I mean, how many formats there are, and how do you make a set that's good for every format? And I think Thunder Junction's pretty good for a lot of formats, but you're never gonna have like. You do Modern. All right, you do a Modern set. All right, well, then the Commander players want to play Cat. I just got totally sidetracked.
Commander
by my,
players
by my
do want to
poor
play
buddy.
Cat.
Cat. He's chilling.
Commander players do really want to play Cat.
But like people are upset about like I'll be honest, I do not care that there are commander decks for a modern set. Like, because here's the thing: there's going to be cards in the modern set that commanders want to play, and then if they just bought the modern packs, modern players are going to be pissed off that all the commander players are buying all the modern packs, and they're just going to keep arguing. So fuck it, you just give them 4 commander precons and we shut up. Leave me alone.
I mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna lie though; it's hard not to meme the fact that the box says Modern
Masters
Horizons
Commander. Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it's
a
good meme.
And I understand, like, there are people like, why don't you just do modern starter decks? It's like, have you not played modern? The format is so dominated by like 4 decks. If you show up to a modern event with your modern pre-constructed deck, you're going to be just like me. You're going to maybe do well your first game, and then you're going to go up against Hardened Scales or Is It Murktide or a fucking Rakdos Scam, and you're going to just be like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I cannot play this format unless I buy into it. So
not only that, nobody would buy that. Like,
I don't think they would buy it.
I know Modern has a fan base. Every format has a player base, right?
Yeah.
But like Modern players, like you said, they build the optimal
They're not
decks
gonna buy
to
it.
win. They're not buying a precon,
and you're not going
people
to tell
who would
me
buy
to
a
buy
precon are not getting into Modern.
And you're not going to You're not going to tell me to buy the precon to get into modern. You're going to be like, you're going to get fucking smashed at FNM.
Yeah,
Like, I'll be honest. Like, I borrowed a Merfolk deck that did well enough. I probably lost a couple games on my own misplays, but like, the minute I went up against a dude running like a meta Hardened Scales deck, I just got thrashed, and I was like, oh. Just make a fucking commander precon, so all the people who like want to buy the singles can just have like all the good stuff that'll be in the set.
yeah.
Like,
To me, it's like, and this isn't exactly a hot take at this point. I mean, this is probably the ice cold take I could come up with, but it's the reason why I was more upset about the Modern Horizon decks is because I'm so tired of product fatigue. Yeah. There's so many commander decks that come out every year that, like, take a couple sets and don't release commander decks for them. Like, we don't need 5 new commander decks, 4 new commander decks for every single set that comes out. Especially, like, I haven't picked up most of the precons in the last, like, year and a half. And, like, I'm sure some of them are great, but it's like, I can't buy a $50 deck every 2 months. And here's 4 or 5 of them.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Ambassador hot take. You don't have to. That's the thing. You don't have to. If things
Get 'em,
in
Watsy.
if things in Thunder Junction don't look interesting to you, buy the singles you want. Maybe draft, crack a couple packs just for funsies. You don't need to buy a whole commander deck if you're not going to play the commander deck. Like, I will, since I've had access to them, I will talk about them and be like, hey, this is a cool deck. This is a deck if you are looking for a lands deck. You've always thought about doing it. You don't want to build it fresh. Here you go. The Yuma deck is a really cool lands deck. But also, I'm the person who's like, I already have a lands deck. I might not play this Yuma deck that much. I'm going to sleeve it and have it for somebody else to play with if they ever want it. You don't need to realistically buy everything, people. buy what you can responsibly.
I've been preaching this forever. You don't have to buy everything. You don't have to go to everything. Because you get this a lot with the conventions, too, that people will bankrupt themselves to go to these damn conventions.
I can't.
The message I keep trying to get across to everyone is that, like, Chicago was the last one. Nobody's talking about it anymore.
Right.
Like, it happened.
It's done.
It was a fun weekend. We rejoiced about it for about a week, and now nobody cares.
Right.
There were no meaningful, like, collaborations that came out of it. There were no, like, all right, we built this new team, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. We all just had a great weekend and we went home. And, like, people act like, oh, man, if I don't go to these cons, I'll never make it as a content creator. There's huge creators in this community that never go to any of the cons.
They go to... Listen, I'm certainly not a huge creator. I've gone to 2. I went to MagicCon Philly and I went to SCG Philly because they are an hour and a half drive for me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was trying to get to Chicago, and it didn't work out. Like, you don't need to. Like, there are some creators who do because they have other things that they're doing there. Like, you know, the Scry Babies will go to Chicago because Joe Johnson's also going to go to Chicago, and they can work on Tabletop Jocks.
Yeah.
If you're a small creator, you don't need to take off work, spend the money just to go to network. Like, if you're going to network, you're going to the conventions for the wrong reason. Go because you want to go and you want to have fun. You want to maybe play some games with people that you've known online, and you want to play with them in person. Maybe get some deals on some singles. If you're into game nights, you can see game nights live. There's stuff to do.
Yeah.
But don't go for work unless, like, you know you're going to go for work. Like,
And not only that, but, like, I'll take it a step further. Not only do you not have to go to network, networking is not going to help you that much. Everyone I've known that has done a good amount of networking in this community, it's done online.
Yeah.
It's done in Discords. It's done in TikTok lives. It's done in YouTube comment sections. It's done on Twitch streams. Like, some of my biggest connections that have helped me out a lot in this community were from Twitch streams.
Yeah.
Going on, like, Queen of Cardboard and, like, the Salt Factory with Brouhaha Gaming and, like, stuff like that. That's where the real connections are happening in this community. And a lot of times, you know, yeah, I could fly to Chicago and I could meet Lua Stardust and we could become BFFs and, you know, want to do all these things together. We don't live anywhere near each other. That collaboration goes nowhere afterwards. Like,
so that's go if you want to go events and money's tight, you don't have to. Like, don't feel like FOMO sucks. Like I'll be like, seeing everybody in Chicago sucked because I was like Chicago dude, so like I wanted to be there and I wanted to like hang out and like mingle and schmooze and all that stuff, but like don't bankrupt yourself over a hobby. Like,
exactly.
This shit's supposed to be fun.
I do feel like that the creators, I feel like going to make content and collab though, people aren't, and they're missing out on opportunities there.
If you're gonna go and you say you're gonna collab, then your ass better not be playing Commander for 8 hours of the day. You better be reaching out to the people and say, "Hey, I want to work on some videos. I want to like work on content." You better be going
right.
to work.
I feel like people are going and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm a content creator. I'm gonna do content creating things," and then they go and they end up playing Commander.
You end up playing Commander.
They go and they end up enjoying the con, which is fine. Go enjoy the con.
Because that was.
But I feel like that people are missing opportunities that they're just because they're enjoying it instead of going to work.
Yeah, so like when I went to Philly, I wasn't going as a like under like with I wasn't like in the ambassador program yet. That wasn't a thing. I wasn't.
Yeah, it didn't even exist yet.
It wasn't a thing. I wasn't really going. I was like I got like access as a creator. Like, oh cool. Like, I'll post like the first day I went there because I've never really gone to a con. Like, I was so overwhelmed. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was meeting people for the first time. Like, I didn't want to, like, I don't know, talk about, like, doing content. So, after the first day, I was like, I'm just going to hang out. I'm not here for work. I'm just going to here to, like, talk to people I've, like, never really talked to in person. But, like, again, people that are there to work, they're going to work. Like, if you see, I don't know, you see Krim, you see Lua, you see Jimmy Wong, you see the people that are there, like, in a official capacity. Like, they're going to be there to, like, work on some content, and they'll hang out and play games when they can, but also they need to do the thing that they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. See, so, I have a bit of a hot take on this topic that a lot of creators disagree with me, but, I mean, personally, I'm a numbers guy, right? When I decide how I'm going to move forward as a content creator, like, if I'm doing a mini-series and I've put out 5 videos, and all 5 videos have bombed, I'm not putting out an episode 6, right? Yeah. I follow the numbers. And I think when it comes to like collaborating at these conventions and making convention content, I've just noticed overwhelmingly convention content bombs. People like they just don't get the views, they don't get the engagement on channels that normally get pretty decent engagement. And I think a part of it is the FOMO. I think the people watching are like, I don't want to watch, like, I didn't get to go. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing videos about this, and they scroll away.
You need to
and
find...
I don't think...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, and I was just going to say, like, I don't think people like Jimmy Wong are a great example, because Jimmy Wong and, like, the Professor and, like, people like that, they've reached such a level of notoriety that they could literally put a video of them wiping their ass and it'll get 100,000 views.
They're also there for they're there, like, to, like, do, like, a big staged thing. Like a big show production. Sorry, let me... And then
their collaborations are a production.
Yeah,
but, like,
so,
when I do my little bit where I run up to people and go, like, Magic the Gathering, and then I just be quiet for a minute, I love those videos. They are hilarious. They are some of the worst performing videos on my channel.
I was not agreeing that they're your worst performing videos. I was just agreeing that I like them. They're hilarious.
They fucking suck.
It's hard. I
love that bit to death, but it's convention content. It doesn't perform. People don't want to see it.
It's hard when it's I mean, when it's something like an sorry, my cat again. I keep hearing him, but I can't see him.
I feel like he's like our fourth guest.
I'm gonna apologize. Yeah, Rock, listen. I'm apologizing.
He's
again.
around.
This is his second day here, and he's exploring.
No, he's good. He's a good boy. He's learning his new home.
When there's cons like I think like anime conventions and things like that, where there's a lot of them everywhere, it's not so hard for people to get engaged in the content because they can realistically go to one. Like Magic content, like cons are sparse. They're like here and there.
3 a year now.
It's like I mean again I'm talking like there's like SCGs and then MagicCon and then like Command Fest, like they're like again they're like they only do them in the big cities because they have to. I mean there's small Magic events, but like you don't really see stuff there outside of, I will say, biggest shout out Alan Mental Display. I think is like the king of like con content now. Like
yes. That's an exception.
Like
that's his whole thing.
He's figured it out. Like he really figured out how to. One, I think, just because like how he is in the community, like everybody knows Alan, like and everyone knows Alan's a good dude, and he just like goes to these cons, he goes to the tournaments. Like I think he's gotten to the point where he's just able, like he's figured it out a little bit, like and he can just do it where. Even if someone has FOMO, it's people are a little more likely to get engaged with it a little bit, or at least watch it. I don't know. I'm glad he found his little side niche, because I fucking love Mental Display.
Yeah, honestly, one of my dreams as a content creator is for him to know who the hell I am, approach me at a con, and do one of his little ban a card videos.
He's so, dude. He's that's the thing. Like, and that's out. Like, that's legitimately him. Like, he's such a he's such a good dude. I love him.
I've heard nothing but great things about him, but like, it's this weird thing where like I have all of the channels to reach out to him and get to know him because we have so many mutuals. We've been on the same shows. But I want him to know who I am.
I get you.
And approach me, because that would be like the biggest ego boost.
And like, dude.
Yeah, because you need that.
Fuck you.
It's hard to like fanboy. Like the first time like somebody like of a greater size like creator in my mind like said they saw something of mine like that, it was like ooh, get like blush up. I'm like
yeah.
Stop
I think
it.
my first ever moment like that was Lua stitched a video of mine where I was like defending CEDH players, and I was like, she knows who I am. Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's like also, shout out Lua.
Lua's
Tori.
great.
They're, like they're killing it now. Like they're out in LA filming with like the heavy hitters now.
Yeah.
I was on a project with Mythic Frames, which make perfect fit clear sleeves, right? And the two other artists that were on that project were Aaron Miller and Titus Lutner, are both Magic the Gathering artists.
Yeah.
And they were on the same project as me, and like we had like a little a group meeting about like ideas and brainstorming and stuff. And then like I was in there and I was like, I don't know, man, I'm just here to do some pride sleeves, and you guys have all these really cool ideas. And then after it, Titus DM'd me, and he's like, you were picked for this project for a reason, and you're just as worthy as being here as the rest of us. And I was like, I don't know, but like, you know, you are you. And he's like, no, it's okay. My first time doing a wizard set, and Aaron was like, you know, you're gonna do great, bud. So I just want to let you know that you're gonna do great. Everything's gonna be fine. And I was like, okay.
And then you ended up on a podcast with me. How far
And
you
then
fallen?
I'm down here with Doggo.
It's fucking hanging out in the dumpsters.
Love that. We are getting deep into the time. There was one thing I really wanted to get to. I tried to segue into it and we got distracted.
Yeah.
There's so much, you know, divided opinions about Universes Beyond. I thought it would be funny. Let's go through and pick 5 hilarious Universes Beyonds, and then we'll do 5 like things I would actually like cut my left nut off to get a set for.
Which, before we say pre-convo, if you're one of these people that are very upset about Universe Beyonds, you're a nerd just like the rest of us. Relax. Like, it's just supposed to be silly, goofy fun.
Also,
don't take it so serious.
It's the future of Magic. I'm sorry that you don't like that. It is what it is.
I do hope it's catered a little more, I think, going forward. And I think they're still testing it out, like trying to see what that's the thing. They're still testing out what we want. And this isn't me like with secret knowledge. This isn't an ambassador secret knowledge drop. This is just basic business sense that they're just starting this. Like technically they tested it out first with like the Godzilla cards, right? I think that was the first ones they did. And turns out
it's not technically Universes Beyond, which is annoying.
It's not technically
as shit.
Universes Beyond, but you know what? You all loved it. You ate that shit up. But now that it's a product, now you got a problem with it.
I have a complete set.
Fucking relax.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Lord of the Rings being the best-selling set of all time.
Listen,
and then
whether
Final
or not,
Fantasy is probably going to be the second best-selling set of all
thing's
time.
Gonna go. Listen,
Wait, they're doing a Final Fantasy one?
Yeah, that's coming out
next year.
Missed that.
Is it next year or this year?
It might be this year, actually. I thought it was early 2025.
It comes out. Listen, again, and
No, that's the Avengers set. Is 2025.
That's
right.
coming out further. Like, listen, I have no real love for Final Fantasy. I'll check it out. But listen, I know people are going to go fucking
2025
wild over that stuff, and I'm happy for them. Whether you like it or not, it brings new people into the game, and in the end, that's good. And if you say otherwise, you're kind of being goofy about it. Like, listen, if that's how he gets people into this game, that's how it gets them in the game. That's how it gets money, so they can give us more sets like Thunder Junction, which is a pretty hot set.
That being said, number 5, The Sopranos.
Are we doing 5 collectively? So I got or just your 5?
I don't know. Let's just say a bunch of shit and laugh about it. I don't know.
So fake ones. I mean, I memed and said Caddyshack. Like I made a meme when they were doing like they first were talking. It was like the pictures everyone was doing that. I did like a Caddyshack one.
I would love.
We're doing joke ones, right? What we think would be funny.
Yes, these are joke ones.
Okay.
Now that they've got Disney in their pocket with the Marvel set, I would love for them to do
if Lorcana flops.
If they ever did a Star Wars set,
but
then do some secret layers for Spaceballs. That would be funny as shit.
Okay. So just Universes Beyond Mel Brooks.
Yeah. Oh God.
It would be immediately just the internet on flame arguing about it if it's ethically okay.
What's the oh shit, I'm blanking. What's the cowboy movie?
Oh, Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, Blazing Saddles.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know that they could make.
You can't. No, there were talks about them remaking it. There was some movie that came out like a year ago that was it was like the path of how movies get made, where it started off as a Blazing Saddles remake, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, we can't make that today." The fact that people don't get upset about Blazing Saddles today is a miracle.
Yeah,
it's in this weird little nebulous where people can, for the most part. I've said before, there's still one joke I don't like when he's the Indian or the Native American. I apologize. I think that has not aged well. Everything else in that movie, when you're looking at what it is, I think has aged relatively well. For like
we'll agree to disagree.
I like where he's basically in Red Faces, like that's
I mean that's probly the worst.
It's like this is like the worst offender. It's like Mel. Like I love Mel Brooks.
But there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad in there.
There's a lot of bad in it, but I think it's very much like is it like a Quentin Tarantino bad, where it's like is it serving the story, or is this just kind of you like sneaking in some like fucked up things? Anyway,
Universes Beyond
Mel Brooks
80s teen movies.
80s teen movies.
Yeah, so we get The Breakfast Club.
Okay.
We get 16 Candles. Fuck it, we'll throw the Goonies in there. I think they're not technically teenagers. We'll say an 80s youth.
Just give me Goonies.
Yeah.
Stop there. Universe Beyond Goonies.
Yeah. And give Chunk what color pie would Chunk be?
Chunk? Chunk. I was gonna just say it's like, oh, he's Chunk. He's all 5 colors because that's the joke, is that he's like the fat kid. No, Chunk or Sloth?
Chunk. But Sloth's line is Chunk love peanut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunk is I'm going
do the truffle shuffle.
Yeah, I'm going down I'm thinking about it too seriously now. That you know what Chunk is. I don't know.
Giz is having a soul moment.
Circle back to me.
I don't know
on
what
this
you
in
guys
the
are
podcast.
talking about. So
You've never seen the Goonies?
I'm happy for you. Oh, Mook, after the show week, I can trauma dump on you if you would like. I have seen almost nothing.
Oh my god, this is a problem. You need to.
She likes her trains, her space, and her whales.
You need to watch
Yep, in my
Goonies.
deep sea.
You need to watch
Yeah.
Goonies. Goonies is like my ultimate feel-good movie. Like if I've had the
it's pretty
shittiest
good.
day, I will watch the Goonies.
All right, give us a funny secret or Universes Beyond.
I've got nothing. I'm not good at jokes.
Universes Beyond OnlyFans, and it's the top 5%
Oh,
OnlyFans
no,
people.
Universe is Beyond Only Lands, because I have the Only Lands t-shirts, and it's Only Lands.
Universes
set,
Beyond
lands.
Mook's new cat.
Yeah, Rocco.
Mook's new cat.
Rocco, he's
I do think it would actually be really funny if they did a Universes Beyond like mini set that's just sports players. So
That'd
it's
be
basically just
sick.
sports cards.
I would, but it has to be sports players as
Yeah,
matching,
yeah, so-
like not like the sports cards that they did.
No, I'm saying like don't even magicify it. Do like the Stranger Things cards where it's literally just like Wilt Chamberlain
Hell yeah.
making
Yes,
a shot.
yes,
And you give
yes.
him a power and toughness and an ability.
All right, side quest. Who are we doing? It's a secret lair. It's a 5-card secret lair.
We have to do Cal Ripken, right?
And we lost Iz again.
5
Cal
card. It's.
Ripken Jr.
Ooh,
That's
each
a,
color?
That's a
Each color's a different
That's a
sport.
sport.
I was gonna say
player, is
each
it
card's
not?
a different sport. Doesn't need to necessarily. Ooh.
Well,
5 color. I don't know. Let's go with sport.
five
Each
sports.
card's a different sport, and I mean, so
Okay.
Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan.
oh, so we gotta pick one person from each sport.
yeah, Michael
Like
Jordan.
One.
Michael Jordan
Okay,
is.
Jordan's good, and then Gretzky to represent hockey. That's
I was
not-
gonna say, like, listen, it's this right on my head right now, but yeah, it's got to be Wayne Gretzky.
It's gotta be
He's the
Gretzky.
goat. Is it
Greatest
Tom,
goat.
is it Tom Brady? Do we
No.
have to?
No.
Can the
No.
community collectively say it wouldn't be Tom Brady and it be
It cannot
like
be Tom Brady.
anybody
Isn't he the
else?
really good football player, though?
I
He's-
literally don't care who else it is.
Listen, yes, is he the greatest quarterback of all time? Yeah, probably. Except Eli Manning beat him twice, 2 times, baby.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time because he has the most jewelry.
He
That's
does have
it.
the most jewelry.
That's all he's got. I'm sorry, but he had one of the greatest
Coaches.
dynasties of
Yeah.
all time, led by the greatest coach of all time.
He did go win a bowl at right. Did he win with the Bucks?
I don't know if it was with the Bucks, but he has one since leaving the Patriots.
So I think he's got one with the Bucks.
But he didn't
hang on.
win 6
No.
by leaving the
What?
Patriots.
What about Elliot Harrison?
Are you just looking at football players?
Oh, soccer. Who would be the soccer
It,
card?
would it be Pele? Would it be Messi? Messi!
Probably Messi.
Messi!
Isn't Babe Ruth a baseball
Ace,
player?
there you go.
He is a baseball player.
Baseball's rough.
I
Baseball-
would probably go Jackie Robinson.
Oh, that's who I was thinking of, isn't it?
Because isn't it Jackie
was the
Robinson's
first-
day?
He was the first. He was the first colored baseball player to play in the league, like in the proper baseball league. Because there was
Yeah.
there was another league strictly for African American baseball, and he was the first
Yeah,
one
he
to
was
like
in
break
the
the
first-
color barrier. I think that's what they call it, race barrier.
Yeah, today was Jackie Robinson
it's
day.
today.
Was it really?
Every player in baseball is wearing his number today. Every single
Oh,
player.
I didn't know it was today.
Oh.
That's
Well,
a strong.
there
That's a
you go.
strong choice. It'd be like a Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson.
I would say either Babe Ruth or Jackie
They
Robinson.
probably skip over like the steroid era of baseball with any of them.
I mean, you could go Ken Griffey. You could
King
go,
Griffey's a good one.
but it's got to be either Babe Ruth or Jackie Robinson.
It-
Maybe even Babe Ruth because he's got a candy bar named after him.
That's true. It's whoever's what's the estate, whoever's family will accept.
That's fair enough. It's fair enough.
All right.
Golf is Tiger Woods. It's an
Oh
obvious.
yeah, absolutely. Unless it's like
yeah.
Phil Mickelson. I don't know enough about golf. I know what's going on right now. I watch it while I'm editing at work.
And Tiger Woods' ability is it's like mutate, but only for cards with women on them. So, swimming would be Michael Phelps. Yeah, I mean, sports is good.
We've gone off, but like Tony Hawk, a Tony Hawk,
Tony Hawk.
Secret
Oh
Lair,
god,
let's
a
go!
Tony Hawk card.
Oh.
Yes. Yo, I want a Tony Hawk card so bad.
It's Ishai. It's the murder bird Ishai.
For sure. Yeah, that's great.
All right,
All
we've
right,
nailed
I think
it.
we're good on the. I think we're good on the sports card. Our 2 sports listeners are like, yeah, this is great.
This is the best podcast ever.
Everyone else is clicking fast forward right now.
Yeah, I don't
All
know
right,
any
so
sports.
how about some actual genuine ones that you would be like,
Star Wars.
wow, I'd rip a nut off to get
Star
there.
Wars. I'm
with you on that one.
I know it'll never happen. I know people be pissed about it one way or another. I can't wait to shut the internet off that day when they announce it. If they
You
if
say
they do.
that. you say it'll never happen, but we're getting the Avengers. We're getting
It's true.
Marvel.
I know. If they do it, I mean, I know there's like a space set like 2 years from now or something like that. Maybe.
So
Maybe.
the only
So-
thing with the Star Wars is that there is an actual Star Wars.
There is
card
a new
game.
Star Wars game that they're trying to get up and running.
Fair enough.
Hopefully, listen. I don't want to say I hope anything flops, but I hope it flops so they do a Magic set.
So
No, I think it already released.
I,
It
for
did.
legal reasons, can't say much. But I am a part of an esteemed group of individuals called the Scryers Guild. Basically, we get to do like focus testing surveys for like upcoming sets.
Yep.
And then we're sworn to secrecy. I know what the Universes Beyond crossover is with the space set.
Okay.
It is not Star Wars, and I will tell you off air what it is. It's actually really fucking sick.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited for
If
it.
you need to cut this so you don't get in any trouble, I also
Oh,
understand.
no. I haven't said enough yet. As long as I don't say what it is.
So I
You
would
just
love.
said that you would tell us.
I don't give a shit.
I would
Oh,
love.
okay.
You can't prosecute somebody for saying they will say something. I have to actually
No,
say
man.
the thing.
I guess it would be better if I said something after the fact and they could trace it back
Yeah.
to you, which I won't because
Don't say anything.
I'll
for all
just
I know
deny
you'll
you
say
heard
what
from
it is
me.
and I'll be like, oh, yeah.
No, I think you'll be hyped. But anyway, okay, so Marvel or Star Wars is a good one.
I am like the biggest, like the only thing I love more than like, I'm not the only thing I love more than magic. No, like Star Wars is my like biggest fucking nerdism.
I would love to see a Magic the Gathering crossover with Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls.
That's a really good one.
that'd be a good one too. And I was gonna say
And
similar.
then they did Fallout, so they've got an in with Bethesda. So
I could
Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
is doable.
depending on how well the Fallout set, I don't know the back end metrics. I don't know how well it did. Depending on how well they did, I could see it. Although I think they would have to really look at it's like, all right, how popular is Elder Scrolls? How popular is Elder Scrolls where they could come to Magic? Like,
To be
how many-
fair,
So-
Skyrim has been the best-selling game for like 18 years
and they just
straight.
keep putting out the same one.
And they
Exactly.
keep giving me the same. I have bought Skyrim literally like 8 times.
I think
because they keep
they
releasing
would
it.
have to look at like the crossover. Like, all right, Magic fans probably play Skyrim. How many Skyrim players maybe also play Magic that we can get them to do?
But I'm
this?
sure they had the same talks with Fallout. Though.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were a
Warhammer.
ton of people that's like they were Fallout fans. Like, this is my first time playing Magic. I just saw this and this looks cool. Which
Yep.
again, if you have a problem with the Universes Beyond, that's why I don't. Anytime
You fucking suck.
you fucking suck. All my friends hate
I
people
think-
who have problem with Universes Beyond.
That since they keep teasing us for the last 5 years that we're going to get a new Elder Scrolls game, if they time the release out with how they did all
Which
of
is
this
probably what they
Fallout
do,
stuff,
yeah.
which is what they were supposed to do with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
the game
the
was supposed
only
to come
thing.
out with the D&D movie and with the D&D set. Baldur's Gate, the game was supposed to come out then too. So, like, if they're able to time it with the Bethesda release of the Elder Scrolls game that we may never get ever,
Yeah.
then that would fucking go
Which
so
is,
hard.
has me
I would be
curious what
so
like,
excited.
Ubisoft's doing because I don't think anything's coming out at the same
They're
time.
still patching Fallout 76.
I don't know if there's any like Assassin's Creed game coming out when the Assassin's Creed set comes out. I kind of fell out of touch with that franchise years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe something's coming out. I don't know.
I stopped playing those back in like the 360 days.
That's when
Oh, no, they're great. They've been so good.
I stopped after.
I'll take your word for it.
4, and I didn't like 4, and everyone thought I was like crazy because I didn't like the pirate boat combat. And then they made a
Yeah.
whole game about it, and nobody bought it. And it's one of the biggest flops in video game history.
Isn't it great to be right about things?
I do love Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3. I think they are very
Yeah.
fun games. In Syndicate, I played, and that's pretty good. They are at this point now where it's like you open up the menu and like you see the world and you're like, I don't have time. I do not have
Yeah.
the time.
There is a room, words. Assassin's Creed Red is expected to release fall of this year, which
it-
lines up with,
The set.
That's around
What's
when
it-
the set's coming out. Yeah.
yeah, the
Okay.
Assassin's Creed comes out in Q3. So,
So my UB pick, and this is one that like both of yours are actually highly possible. Mine's impossible. I think Power Rangers would make a dope Universes Beyond set, and there's so much potential there. They could do like a vehicle deck where it's all like the Zords. They could do mono decks where it's like mono red and it's all the Red Rangers, or you could have a 5-color deck and it's the 5 Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like there's so much you could do with that, and I think there is a pretty decent size Power Ranger fan base that, like, I don't think a lot of them carry over to Magic, but definitely could, because Power Ranger fans will buy anything.
Yeah.
If it's got their favorite, spandex karate man on it, they will buy anything. Speaking of which, shout out to the Red Ranger for trying to sell Hitler shirts.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
I saw that. Yeah.
He retracted it. He's not selling them
Oh,
anymore.
good for you,
Yeah.
buddy. Thanks for making.
Yeah.
Thanks
That's a
for doing the
good,
minimum.
smart decision.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the
But
minimum
now
effort.
Now he's in hot water because I guess at a panel he said he made some really homophobic impersonations of a gay dude that apparently originally tried out for Zordon. It's a whole thing. He kind of sucks as a person.
Yeah.
He also stole a bunch of money during the coronavirus.
Oh,
but,
always
you
good.
know, it's-
Oh, like PP
Yeah.
made like
I
PPE claims.
would
Yeah.
like it's not. I guess it's not Universes Beyond, but I would really like a Bluey secret layer.
Bluey.
Well, that would still be UB.
Is
Secret
it?
layers count as UB. Yeah.
I want a Bluey secret layer. I would be online waiting to get this.
So you want the father dog going to combat with like Eldrazi?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Eldrazi's like, I can't. This guy's too endearing.
Yeah. He,
Bandit's gonna go in there.
he
and-
makes me wish. He makes me miss my squid father.
And
I should
be
call
like,
him.
Oh no, he's such a good dad. I can't do it.
God, that would actually sell really well. That's what's-
Probably. I think like the
I
parents.
would love
Yeah.
a Bluey.
They could do
one.
it a silver border one like the My Little Ponies
like
or
do that,
something.
yeah.
Do it for a charity.
Want. I've talked to and everybody agrees. Like either do like a From Software like set, but you probably keep it to like Dark Souls, and you do like a Dark Souls set. I think Dark Souls could be a whole set. The lore deep,
That could
or
be
you
good.
or you capitalize on Elden Ring being the fucking biggest game ever, and you do an Elden Ring set because again,
And
there's enough shit in
And
that
just
game.
like Lord of the Rings, those would easily translate too.
Oh,
So
I think
Yeah, that'd be
I think
good.
they would have they know they would have hot shit on their hands. They'd be like
Yeah.
this will sell really well, and I think we could get enough people who don't play Magic to be like, oh, I played when I was a kid. Elden Ring. That Millennia card looks sick, and then they'll at least pick up some stuff. Also, From Software is just so good. Give it to me, y'all. Oh, my cat. Oh, you're hi, buddy.
I saw him.
Hi, bud. Be careful.
Rocco made a guest appearance.
Rocco.
Yay.
His name was.
we'll put him in the
His
thumbnail.
name was much dumber when we got him. It was Oreo Opal Apple. And every time it's like, oh, we want to see Oreo. Oh, you mean Oreo Opal Apple? I was like, just call him Oreo.
No,
Like,
just Oreo.
you could have convinced me to keep his name Oreo. Because the cat we had before him was Cookie, and I'm like, oh, they'd be perfect. I miss her. And then we were just we got very big into like watching the Rocky movies not that long ago, and my wife said Rocky, and I was like, no, I think she said Rocco. She either said Rocco or Rocky,
Well, technically, Paulie calls him Rocco.
and that's what I said originally. I was like,
Yeah.
Rocco. Only Paulie calls him Rocco.
Hey, Rocco.
And I wanted Rocky, and then as we were like setting the name, I was like, I don't know, Rocco sounds good for a cat.
Yeah.
Big.
Hot take for the one listener that's
Yeah.
gonna even know about this. I liked the Rocky Balboa when they brought him back as
It's
an
not
old
bad.
guy.
It's better than Rocky.
It's not bad.
It's better than Rocky 5.
It's way better than Rocky 5.
I will not say it's better than Rocky 4. I think Rocky 4 is kind of good.
I like cats.
You ready for a hot take?
Oh, is this
Are you ready
like
for
they're
the
going to start
hottest
talking
take
about
of your
Rocky?
life?
All right, Rocky debate. Let's go.
I actually think Rocky 4 is not great.
It's I know it's not good, but I love it.
That's okay.
Rocky
All right, as
4
long as you
is-
acknowledge.
Oh, Rocky 4
like,
is
it starts
pure-
with a robot. There's
It's
a robot
pure
in the beginning.
80s schlock, and it's so
Yeah.
good. It's
But to me, it almost shits on the franchise because
Oh, a little bit,
every
yeah.
single movie in the franchise is so serious and so plausible. And then you got Rocky 4, and he has a fucking robot.
yeah. Happy birthday, Polly. Happy
And
birthday,
Ivan Drago punches as hard as a gun,
Yeah.
fires bullets.
It's so good.
He would literally kill everyone
It's
in one
pure
punch.
80s like post Cold War like Russia anti-Russia movie. It's so good. It's definitely not good, but it's still better than 5. Rocky 5's terrible.
Rocky 5's the worst.
Rocky Balboa is okay.
Tommy the Machine Gun.
Yeah. Balboa is okay. Creed 1 and 2 are pretty good. I have not seen 3 yet.
Creed 3 is Rocky 3.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine because
It's Rocky 3 with a little bit of changes.
Creed was also kind of just Rocky.
Creed was Rocky 1. Creed 2 was... I actually don't remember Creed 2.
It's fine. He fights Drago's kid.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Creed 2 is just Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Is he
But
like,
Michael
are
B.
you
Jordan's-
too fucking done yet?
Michael B.
I
Jordan's
have
hot
no
shirt
idea what
was
you're
like
talking about.
Listen,
On
all right,
that note.
all right, Izzy, I'm going to give you a list of movies. You got to watch The Goonies. And you listen, if there's anything you got from this podcast from me today is that you should really watch The Goonies. It's like
I've seen The Sandlot.
Sandlot's good too. Hey,
Okay.
I'm proud of you. I love.
You should
Thanks.
watch 1989's Island of Lust starring Heather Lee.
I do not know that, but it sounds
Specifically
like it is
the
a.
maid scene.
It sounds like it's one of
So
those
is that like
sexy films I
10
hear so much about.
minutes and like 22 seconds in?
Just Google Heather Lee maid scene. It's that's all you need.
Okay.
It's one of those vintage films that has gotten better. Did you look it up?
No, I got
not yet.
I got a text from my wife from the other room. This is the definitive Rocky Power Rankings: Rocky 2, Rocky 1, Rocky 4, Rocky 3, Rocky 5.
Hold on, say that slower.
Rocky 2, Rocky
As the best of all time.
yes, Rocky 1,
Oof. Okay.
Rocky 4,
Okay.
Rocky 3, Rocky
Okay.
5.
Okay.
I put two's better than 1. I think 2's better than 1.
Really? You think
Yeah.
two's better than one?
I think so. 2
Okay.
Two's I mean 2's a little more over the top than 1. 1 is definitely like a grounded serious movie, but like the fun of Rocky is Rocky 2. Is in Rocky 2.
Okay.
I will say well actually she changed her mind. She heard me say it. Rocky 2, Rocky 1, Rocky 4, Rocky Horror, Rocky 3, Rocky 5.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's good. Your wife's funny. Okay. That's good.
That's funny.
I'll be honest with you. When it comes to the original 5, I think their quality is their order. I think it's Rocky 1, followed by Rocky 2, followed by Rocky 3, followed by Rocky 4, and then Rocky 5 shouldn't even be on the list.
Rocky 5 shouldn't be on the list. Like I've
No.
seen it. I saw it the first time I watched it, and then when we decided to start watching the Rocky franchise like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, Rocky 5 sucks.
Yeah, Rocky 5's really bad. Tommy
Izzy,
the Machine Gun.
What do you think about the Rocky Balboa franchise?
He
I want your honest opinions.
downstairs.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Right?
What's your honest opinion?
Yeah, he runs up and downstairs, right?
Oh my
And
God!
chases
Secret Lair
chickens.
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
That's called
Yes.
That's called the callback, people.
Yes. Because you can, and you can even dip into the Creed franchise too.
Oh, yeah.
You can have all the Creed characters. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
do basically like Doctor Who, but with Rocky characters. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rock. So you
Yes,
got
I
you got
agree.
you got a Rocky card. You have a Drago card. You have a Apollo Creed card. You have a what's Mr. T's guy's name? Oh, what's his name?
Oh shit. Clubber Lang.
Thank you. A Clubber Lang card. You don't do a Tommy Guns. It's a token.
No, you don't.
Tommy
You don't.
Guns
You
gets a
skip
token. It's a vanilla 1/1. It's trash. Sacrifices itself on ETB. No effects. Fuck that card.
Yeah. Yeah. Philadelphia could be a basic land.
Yeah, it's just Philly.
It's
I don't
it's
know
just
what
like
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
fucking cheesecake.
I don't know what I'm
or
supposed to do. The
a
whole
cheesesteak shop.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. The whole set's full of swamps. There's no swamps in Philly. It's just
No, but Philly is a swamp.
that's just south. That's South Jersey is a swamp.
That's so good. I think that's a good note to wrap up on. On that note, Mook, where can we find you? Do you have any words of wisdom? Do you have any last things you want to say?
I mean, you can find me on the TikTok, the Instagram, the X or the Twitter, all Mookdubs MTG. Spicy Play on YouTube. If I get back to working on it, I do. We talked about it. It's just hard sometimes to justify long form content. Words of wisdom. It's just a hobby. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, I assume you are a fan of Magic the Gathering content. That's how you found all of us. But it's just a hobby. You don't need to get so worked up about every little thing all the time. You're supposed to be doing this because it's fun, which is the same. I'll say the same thing for any other content creators out there. Don't feel like you're gotta stress yourself out. You do this because it's fun. You should be doing it because it's fun. You should be doing it to make money. If you make money out of it, awesome. But the minute it starts like negatively affecting your life, your relationships, it's not worth it. Unless you're making millions of dollars, and then still probably not. Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Have fun. Fucking have fun with this stuff. Like, that's the whole point of it. The reason I started doing content was because I got back into the game. The reason I got back into the game because the game was fun.
So in short, all your opinions fucking suck.
Yeah.
And make money and blow up and forget that you know anybody. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Snarg's House of Sin. One of the least unhinged, most sports-filled episodes you're ever gonna get.
There was too
Also,
many sports.
Tom Brady, man, you're probably all right.
Fuck Tom
You're
Brady.
probably fine. You're probably a fine
Fuck
person.
Tom Brady. All on the cards.
This podcast sucks.